Hello and welcome back to The Gray Matter. I can't believe it's episode 10 already. I'm happy with that. It's not as many episodes as I thought I would have created by now, but it's 10. This one will be in the bag in a little while. So I've put off this topic because it's sensitive. Not because it's hard, but because it's sensitive and I don't want to bruise. But today we're going to talk about loss. Seniors know a lot about loss. We've had it. We've experienced it. Sometimes the loss of somebody we deeply loved. Sometimes a thing. Sometimes a pet. I'm thinking of 3 of the biggest losses I've had in the past years. One is my late wife, Edith. It was quite sudden. She was diagnosed, and 10 days later, she was gone. That was shocking. My friend Ransom. I said goodbye to him at midday in my house, and he went home and died. Also shocking. Terrible. And I want to talk about another loss. Maybe some of you can identify. I lost a little dog, Rusty. Rusty was a wonderful little guy. I'd had him since he was a tiny puppy. He lived a good life. We had to have him put down because he was, I can't remember the word, but he couldn't function anymore. He was like crazy. Bumping into things, walking in circles. Oh, it was terrible. I held him when they put him down. That's a hard thing to do. But for your pet, if you can provide that last moment of I'm with you, yeah, do it. It's hard. I said these things, this wouldn't be hard, but that's hard. Do it. You'll remember it forever. If you can hold your wife or your best friend, then do it. Hold them now and let them know you love them, and be there when the end comes, if you can. This isn't about advice. I hope this doesn't come across too much as advice giving today. I just want to talk about loss. As seniors, we know a lot about loss. We've had it. We don't like it. We got through it. This is about caring, understanding, and maybe helping you feel a little bit less alone. I remember how alone I felt and how dependent I was on close friends to comfort me. We need comfort. Ask for it. Grief doesn't follow a straight line. Sometimes it ebbs, sometimes it flows, sometimes it interrupts what we're thinking and doing to say, remember me? Well, that's what we want to do. We want to remember them. And that's different than missing them. If you can go from missing to remembering, you'll have taken a great step towards overcoming your grief. Missing is in your heart. And it's going to come. But you can overcome part of that missing by remembering. I remember my wife. I remember Ransom. I remember that little dog, Rusty. And I can think of good times, close times. I've got pictures of them. And they help me. They help me remember how rich our relationships were. How wonderful my 25-year marriage with Edith was. how wonderful my friendship was with Ransom, and how wonderful that little dog was who worshiped me and followed me and was in my arms, and often enough in his later years slept on my arm. We want to remember those things and think that was love. And love was what grief is about. So we want to go from missing to remembering. We grieve deeply because we love deeply. Love doesn't vanish. It lives in our memories, in our values, and even in our habits. Love doesn't fade, like in the movie. We carry it forever. But we have to go on. When they're gone and we're here, we have to live our lives. I encourage talking about the person who passed. Don't be afraid to mention your late wife, your late friend. Talk about them. Tell people, let them live by your stories. Remember, we talked about stories earlier. Your stories need to come out, and your stories about them need to come out. There is grief counseling. Now, everyone's first reaction to grief counseling is, I don't need that. I'm too strong for that. That's for weak people. Well, I don't think I'm a weak person. And I went, and it comforted me. It helped me to see how other people were dealing with their grief and how I could deal with mine. It was very, very helpful. Grief counseling, I highly recommend it. You can hide grief with anger. Don't do that. Anger is so debilitating. It hurts our souls. When your grief can go from missing to remembering, then all of a sudden some of that anger goes away. And we remember the person or the thing or the pet that we miss. So remember them. It doesn't mean forgetting. You're never going to forget. They're not in front of us anymore, but they walk beside us. We loved them, and we love them. They wouldn't want us to be in pain. I know Edith wouldn't have wanted that. Ransom wouldn't have wanted that. I don't know about that little dog. I don't think he would have wanted me to be in pain. He was so happy of a dog. Always happy. And if he was happy, I was happy most of the time. You're not alone out there in your grief. One of my episodes was on one-step meditation. Again, I highly recommend one-step meditation. Assume your comfortable meditation pose. Feet on the floor, hands on your knees if you can. Close your eyes. Breathe in 1. Breathe out 1. You think 1, 1, 1, 1. Let your mind float free. There will be interruptions. There always are. But go back to it. You can do it. One-step meditation. It's good for you. It's good for me. I hope you comment on this episode. It's an important one to me. We all deal with our grief differently, but there are some steps you can take to mitigate the pain Thanks for spending this time with me. Be gentle with yourself. Remember, love never leaves us. It never really leaves us. We always have it. And we live our lives despite our loss. I love you. Thanks for joining me today. Bye-bye.